Hey everybody, this is Pixis Designs. Wanted to do a quick walkthrough on everything that is the Wraith. In case you haven't been seen me blast Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Sorry, I'm just kind of really excited about this thing. Quick thing, if you saw the very beginning of the video, there are two spots up here for tie downs. One of the really narrow tie downs, you can just slip it through there with the option to hang it from your ceiling. Again, these do swivel 360 degrees, so you can make all kinds of neat articulate pictures, or whatever you want to call it. Guns rotate both sides. These also rotate as well, and I actually don't have these glued in yet, so they may pop out. But that's how they look. Radar dish in the front also pivots up and down. Fan blades, they spin. A little bigger than 22s, by the way. This is the part that I'm kind of excited about the most. Let's see if I can get it in the camera here. The door rotates down, and the hoist that ejects out the back with the provided hook. I will not be providing string because that just depends on, you know, how much string that you as a consumer want to use, but it pulls down through it like that, and it allows you to make some sweet rescue pictures, or you know, whatever else you want to do. And there is a thumb wheel here, so you can spool it right back up, and then push it right back in when you're done. Close that door, and close that door, just like that. Pretty cool stuff. I do have another option in the back. If you do not want to use the hoist, you just slide it right out the back, set it aside, and I now have a nice little twin Gatling you can throw back there. Modeled this in a few hours, printed it, and I am excited the way that thing turned out. So anyways, you just put it in the same spot as where the hoist was. There's a little, I can't figure out the woodworking term, dovetail in here that allows you to slide some of this stuff in. It's in there, I promise. Do I have the same? I totally have it backwards. Let's try take two here. Stick it in there like that. There we go. And we slide it out. So it slides out just like that. And you can pivot around just like that. And I'm thinking of this as a more of an automated type turn system. And it stores away while still being able to add a figure in the back seat back here, as large as the bat, heavy duty, roadblock, Kimbo slice, That's my favorite. Because if you don't know who Kimbo Slice is, you can't tell me that's not Kimbo Slice. So, anyways, the larger figures do fit back there with this rotated all the way back and put away. Let me do that real quick. Slide it back in. Just like that. So it pivots. Let me move that fan out of the way. Pivots all the way up so you can be able to fit any figure you need to back there. Especially like Scarlet, you know, she'll easily sit back there. Just like that. There's a possibility you can probably fit 2 female figures in that back seat. I may make that wider just so you can fit 2 figures back there if you want. The larger figures like a Bat and Kimbo Slice do not fit back there. Well, just one will fit back there. There's no way you're going to fit 2 back there. But the smaller figures, you can. I bet you can probably fit 2 figures back there. I don't have one down here right now to be able to test that theory. But obviously, single pilot up front. Wow, I kind of think that's it. Once again, pretty solid of a vehicle. You know, it's. I wouldn't drop it from a two-story building or 6 feet or whatever because you're liable to break something. It is PLA Plastic Plus, so it's liable to not break as bad as what you would think. I've actually had a request for those out there that may possibly want one. A person buying one of these, he wants me to make an extended version. It would end up being almost 22 inches. It's going to end up being 2 of these pods back to back. So keep an eye out for another video with an extension piece if those that want one want a much longer one of these. That's probably all I have to say about this. Let me reposition this out of the way real quick. Let me pause it. Okay, now that I've detached myself from the microphone, it may sound a little bit differently. So yeah, here's a close-up of everything. Again, you would be getting the spool, hoist, whatever. Along with this, no string. I'm not going to be supplying the string just because you guys can choose your own adventure, whether or not you want a long string or a string that extends about 15 feet down from the ceiling, showing a cool rescue scene. You can do that. And there's the interior detailing. Even got a little cup holder down there. So I've had questions about possibly doing a kit on this. I will do a kit, and I actually will reduce the price down a bit if you do want a kit. That kit will involve me just cleaning up the parts. I realized after saying it a few times that I will need to test fit the pieces anyways. I can't really do that unless I'm not actually physically putting the parts together. So I may have to leave that up to you to make sure, as long as I can see that the geometries are there and that nothing's broken off, it's just going to have to ship as a kit like that, and you as a consumer will have to do all the cleanup, the turbo cleanup, like the some of the filing other pieces to make sure that they go in all the way. I haven't come up with a price yet for just the kit, because I know people like to spray paint. Lots of, I think Krylon makes a good filler paint, and they people will want to finish this up to make it just look fantastic. Let me come up with a price on that, what I think my time would have been worth otherwise. Because I mean, really, as far as using glue on pieces, I use it on these sections here to glue this to the main bodies, the star onto this body, the console. I'll add some glue onto the window trim pieces to make sure that they stay in place on here. There are some pins in here that also need to be glued. You don't have to, but you know, I kind of recommend it, just you know, you don't want them falling out. And these two pieces on each side here, those pins will also have to be glued in there. Do not glue the pins first. Wait till they settle, and then fix the missile pods onto the pin. I wouldn't put it all in there at one time, because then you'll probably never move this thing around again. You can glue these onto here. You don't have to, because they do a pretty good job of staying, but you know, it could possibly work itself loose after a certain amount of time, so you can if you want to. You'll obviously want to glue these two main bodies together, and you really don't have to glue the bottom to the top. You can if you want to, but it's not imperative. I will have more detailed instructions on probably spots that you'll want to glue, but let me get all that together. This will be going up onto my Etsy tonight if I don't have any problems with squirreling. I will be having options for the full, well, not full assembly, because I can't throw this whole thing in a box, but I can, you know, ship the halves. I'll be putting these together, that way all you have to do is just slide these into the cavities, and possibly just putting the landing pads on. But that's all you really have to do as far as buying the complete thing. So when you, as a person, get it to your place of residence, you'll probably have to just worry about gluing this section here, these two bodies together, and that's probably about it. I hope. In my mind, that's all you'll have to do. I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing something. I probably am. I'm going to start initially making 5 of these. They take a while, at least as long as my rip saws, because these things do take a while to print up, and there's just a lot of pieces here. So if you do not see these in my shop, I'm making them until I ship the ones that I've made, and then I'll throw another listing up, and then just, I guess, kind of keep an eye out for it if you're wanting one of these. I hope you do. Makes me want to make more. I appreciate your time. This is Pixis Designs, signing out.